How did I get $1 million gumball machine? Stay tuned to find out. What's up, guys? It's Kevin from Dudes Did It. This is the next episode in the Redhawk Vending series, where we actually got a Northwestern, what I do believe is a Super 60, pretty much for free. So the way we did this is we got a vending machine, a full-line snack machine actually, at auction for pretty cheap. Then we resold it, and this was a part of the deal. You got money and this, and I'm going to be doing a full teardown to show you exactly what's in it, what parts are, and stuff like that. So we'll cut to that. Okay guys, so I'm going to tear this down as I'm telling you the story. Then I'll explain every single part and stuff that you can clean while I'm putting it back together. So the original story goes that he had the guy that we got this from had a couple of vending machines. This was actually his first. And then this guy, he had recently sold his garbage company near us and made a lot of money. He was a multi-millionaire. So he was buying he sold his business and then was buying every single gumball company near us for a while. So he signed away his company, he sold it, and it became, because normally you'd pay like 50 cents on a dollar for a gumball machine for the profits, but he actually paid, I think it was around 85 cents on the dollar. So he got $1 million, and he only had, and I think what was he making? What did he say? $1 million?
Yeah, I'm not sure. All I know is this was the machine that he used to start what ended up being sold for over $1 million.
Yeah.
So that's how this is a $1 million gumball machine, because it is a gumball machine that was used to create a company that was then eventually worth $1 million, and he was able to pass this gumball machine along as part of a deal with a snack machine, as Kevin said earlier, in order to help Kevin with his Redhawk Vending business. It was kind of a sweet sorrow for the guy to let it go, because he's had this machine for well over 20 years, and it made him quite a bit of money through his years, but he was happy to see it be passed along to a young man to start his vending adventure, and to see if maybe Kevin can turn it into another $1 million machine. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Could you imagine?
Could you imagine? So what he's doing right now is he is removing the globe. There's 4 screws, 1 on each corner, small little flathead screws that remove the globe itself. We did order
oh no, I dropped a screw.
That is not good. We did order a new lock because we don't have the key for the lock that's here. We should have a new lock. We'll get the screw in a minute there. We should have a new lock actually coming tomorrow in the mail.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
Yes, it'll be here tomorrow. So that just, when you remove this globe, you have
a seal right here.
Little gasket.
Then you have
your 2-part gumball wheel.
2-part gumball wheel. This is like your brush, and this is actually the gumball wheel itself. This just agitates the gumballs to make sure they fall in the hole.
And then you have a gumball wheel riser that comes out too. So this machine, when Kevin got it, it was sitting for a while, so it was pretty dirty. And he busted his butt and he cleaned this machine up to the condition that you see it in now.
There is still a little bit of stuff here and there that I still need to clean up and stuff, but we'll get there.
And that is the base housing right there. And then you're gonna put it back together and show them how it goes back together.
Well, yeah, I'm just putting everything here so I know where to put it.
Yeah, I can hold on to it.
Yeah, there you go. If you hold on to this too.
I don't really have a spot for that. Yeah, alright. We'll get this out of your way too.
And the screw.
Hang on a second. Alright, and the screw.
There you go. Okay. So now we're gonna take this right off the base. Now on these, they do have a little thing that you go like that. And
you go like that. What he's saying is that you slide up.
You slide this up.
Hold that closer up here to the camera lens.
It's like a lock.
There you go.
You just slide that up, and then it comes off like a door.
And you can tighten that up if you need to, if you want to keep your coin mechanism a little snugger on the front of the machine.
So after the coin mechanism, it's pretty basic.
Come up closer to the camera there, bud.
Just
down lower. Right there. Now they can see it.
I don't have a quarter to put in there right now.
And you can use on the inside of that, on the inner wheel.
We actually used vegetable oil because it was a little bit hard.
And the reason you're using a vegetable oil is because that is a food grade. And if there's any chance of anything getting out of that mechanism and on any of the candy, you certainly don't want to be using anything that's non-food grade. And I also wouldn't recommend using peanut oil, just on the off chance that somebody has a problem with peanuts.
So this is your coin guard that blocks coins from flying into your candy chute. This is your product chute right here, which connects to this.
What is that?
This is the flapper. It says Northwestern Morris, Illinois on it.
There you go. And that's your base, right?
This is your candy chute. I think this is the only plastic piece on this machine.
Except for the globe.
Yeah, except for the globe.
No, turn that
now
around.
this is your base that everything sits on.
And those are stickers, believe it or not. They're foil stickers, yep.
I thought they were actual metal.
No, they're foil stickers. You can find a lot of the replacement parts online. There's a couple different websites. I'm not positive of the exact name of the one that you can get parts on pretty readily for the Northwestern 60 series gumball machines. But what we will do is we will drop the link down below for the website that we've been able to find the majority of parts for. Now, Kev, you're going to have to, before you put that on, the flap has to actually be hanging off the edge of the table because the flap overhangs the bottom of the base a little bit. So you won't be able to put the coin mechanism in if the flap's not on.
Really?
Yep. And remember this, that slides over the side. No, look, let me show you. So this right here, this piece right here, if you notice how that's got a little bump out, that little bump out kind of two on the front, one on the back.
I didn't have it like that?
Nope, you had the tab forward.
I thought I had it like that.
And then you go ahead and you put your coin mechanism back in.
Basically like a door, you go like that, boom, and then you snug it up, and then I'll show you how it works in the actual machine itself.
There you go. And then the next piece you're going to need
is that in my gasket.
So I'll give you this, and you can put that back together one piece at a time so they see how that goes.
My gasket, please.
You got to put that back together first. The gasket goes on before the globe.
Okay, I was just going to have it in here though.
Yeah, I'll hand this whole piece to you in a minute.
Okay, this goes on first.
And it actually doesn't...
Like so, it locks in.
Right, it doesn't float freely, so you want to make sure it lines up with the hole.
Then that falls into that hole. That floats freely.
Now for the tricky part. You have to kind of bend the springs on the gumball wheel itself a little bit as you're lining this up. And what you want to make sure you do is the springs that are on that metal outer wheel, you want to make sure they line up, the brushes line up with that hole. Now, I did notice something when you had this apart.
What?
If you spin this around, there's, hang on, let me see. There's actually two screw holes here and here. And we don't have screws in there. However, it still functions without them. We may throw a couple screws in there. That may also be for the different style globes that kind of have the two bars that go up and connect the lid. Not positive. So you can go ahead and place that back on the base.
That could be.
And again, when you're lining this up, you want to make sure you're lining it up right. And the way Kevin's lining it up is not right.
Okay.
Because you want to make sure where the gumball hole is, pick it up, is where your chute is. And they're a little different on this. It doesn't come right out the front. It kind of is a little bit offset to the front. There you go.
Doesn't go in as he says. There you go.
Make sure your gears are lining up. That might be what's hitting.
Yeah.
Let me help you out here.
Doesn't even work.
Let me help you out here. Told you. It's a little offset. Now you can put that in. that in. And you could drop this in, line that up with the holes, which are right there. That is, hang on. Did you accidentally shifted? You shifted your riser a little bit. Oh, okay. Then that spring in. There we go. There you go. All right, we got it. We're new to this, guys. It's fun. You're learning while we're learning. And you put your gasket right back on there.
Then you get your globe.
Make sure you get your globe. I have the 4th screw. I'll hand it to you once you get that set in place. Now with these, you don't want to screw down too tight on these screws. You want to make them snug, but don't go too tight, especially if you have a plastic globe, because you will end up cracking the globe. Here's your... Okay. And if you crack the globe, it's actually, I think it's like $30 or something for a new globe. So it's not cheap.
How are these lining up?
Well, these line up just like so.
Ow, my finger. Now it wants to sit flush.
So the globe can be expensive. So you don't want to crack the globe for sure. So when you're snugging them...
It's not lining up.
Yeah, it'll line up.
No, it's not. I'm telling you.
Would you like me to get it started for you? Oops, I dropped it off.
No, there's one screw right here. You see it? So it's like...
No, it'll line up. Trust me. So
oh, it's this. You didn't put this in all the way right.
I didn't put it in?
Yeah, you didn't put it in all the way right. Like, see how it's not like...
There you go. But now you're...
No, my brushes are right in the same spot. In the right
okay.
Gasket.
Gotta come forward a little. Maybe if you took the screws out, it'll help you line it up a little easier.
What in God carnation?
Yeah. Alright guys, we're back. We just had to seat it a little bit better. Kevin didn't have it seating.
Kevin didn't have.
Yeah, but Kevin was the one putting it together.
You're the one that touched all of that.
Alright, it wasn't seated properly. We just had to adjust the metal ring a little bit to seat it properly. We didn't think you guys really wanted to sit through all that. So we did a quick cut there just so you guys can, you know, get on with your day after we do this wonderful project.
Wonderful is an understatement. Actually, it's an
So basically he's just putting in the screws as we spoke about before. Once these screws are back in and you don't drop one down in the gumball hole, because I did that myself. It is no fun to get out of there. Your best bet is to leave it and put the other 2 screws in, and then you can flip the machine over and get that one out.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh wow. Okay.
Alright, do what I said.
Doesn't help that I have super fat fingers.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you learn when you're 12. That sometimes
Fat fingers don't help.
you want to be right, but sometimes Dad is right.
Sometimes Dad isn't right.
Sometimes Dad isn't right. I can own up to that. Sometimes you are absolutely right. Sometimes Dad is wrong. But I'm okay with that. You have to be okay with accepting that you're wrong sometimes.
So I can put the screw in here without dropping into the gumball hole. That'd be fantastic. Do you have a quarter?
No, I do not have a
Just
quarter.
bend it.
No, don't bend it because you don't want it to get messed up somewhere along the line. And certainly all these parts, when you take them apart, can be cleaned. As I said, Kevin did that. You could, if the other 3 are in, you could just... Gets it first try. You can clean all these parts, separate it all out, clean it down. You want to make sure you clean it good. Especially if you guys are buying or picking up a used gumball machine. You know, make sure you go ahead and clean it up good. You don't want to be putting a gumball machine out there that's dirty or nasty or sitting. This was cleaned up, and there was a lot of gunk, you know, inside the inside the gumball wheel itself, as well as, you know, down inside the machine. So certainly you want to make sure that you clean it up good. The lock fell down on the floor. It's by the tote right there.
Where?
It's right there next to your
I see
your
it.
right foot. So basically, you're going to put that back on. Hang on, before you put that in, I just want to show everybody real quick. If you have to change just the key mechanism of the lock, it can be drilled out. The key mechanism of the lock basically looks like this. As I said, we didn't have the key. The guy looked, he couldn't find it. If you need to change out your whole entire lock, here, take that.
Like we are.
No, we're just changing out the key cylinder, the lock cylinder. This is the underside. As you can see, there's a like a nut that's holding it in. If you unscrewed that, you can remove that whole thing out and replace it with a brand new one. And they're not super expensive. I think for the cylinder itself that we're replacing, it's like $6 or $7.
Oh yeah, it's not that.
And I'm pretty sure the entire thing is like 13 or 14 bucks. You have something on the inside of there, buddy.
Where?
Oh no, never mind. That's the plastic. Don't mind me. And then basically you slide it back onto the threaded rod on its base, which is a little out of camera view here. And then the lock screws in. And that is exactly how you take it apart and put back together.
Not exactly.
With a cut. A Northwestern Super 60 Gumball Machine.
But what we think is a Super 60.
I'm pretty sure it's a Super 60. We looked it all up. It's a 60 series Gumball Machine. I'm pretty sure it's a Super 60. The nice part about this is Kevin is going to try to get out
With some Nerds Gumballs. We have Nerds Gumballs over
Yep,
here.
we have Nerds Gumballs over there, and we're going to go out and find a location to place that.
We have a Mexican restaurant near us that we're going to try and place it at, which we think it'll do good at because it's a big restaurant, and they don't really have a gumball machine there. Well, they don't have a gumball machine there because we looked.
Right. So guys, if you could do us a favor and give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. I hope it was helpful to learn how to break down one of these machines.
Drop a comment on what you want to see next in the Redhawk Vending series. And if you want to see like any more of these like tutorial vending machine videos or like how to put together the boxes that we have and stuff like that, leave a comment down below, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe, guys. We're getting closer to 100, and as I said,
Halfway there.
We're more than halfway there. And at 100 subscribers, we are doing a giveaway, and it will be exciting. I promise. It'll be something decent. It's not going to be, hey,
a bag of chips.
here's a shout out for liking us and subscribing. But go ahead and subscribe to us, guys, and we're going to do some more of these videos and some more reselling videos real soon. And we're going to try to post a couple times a week to keep you guys updated and keep you guys involved in the channel.
And stay tuned for a couple more weeks for the next Redhawk Vending Gumball Machine video.
All right, guys. Have a good day. Thanks.
Peace out.